Hello, everybody. You are with Real Talk with Renee Smith. Today, I will be recapping and commenting on Real Housewives of Potomac, season 6, episode 1. And I'll be say from the jump, I am not the typical YouTuber that would automatically be Team Karen. I never liked Karen Huger, and I never will. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's get into this commentary. Okay. It starts off with, let's see if I can remember everything correctly. It starts off with Wendy Yosefo doing a striptease type of video or whatever. It's an invitation for her little interlude party or whatever it is. And she looks nice. I will have to say she does look nice. And, you know, she looks a lot better this season than she did last season. That's for sure. And her husband, Eddie, was filming the video. Okay. And then next is it pans over to it depends over to different people homes and stuff like that, and when it gets to Candace's old home, it says sold. Then they venture on to Candace's new home. I'm gonna have to say I like it. I like her new house. I think she did a great job in selecting it and picking it out and everything, and I think it's a beautiful home. And then while there, uh, Giselle, my girl Giselle, was shows up, and Giselle looked very nice in her outfit, her entry outfit of this episode or this season. I like what she had on. I think she's a very beautiful woman. To me, she's the total package. She's a graduate from Harvard, a graduate from Hampton University, and she's beautiful. She got beauty and brains and everything. And she visits Candace's new house, and when she gets there, Candace's beautiful bonus daughter Naya comes down the stairs, and you know Giselle. I consider Giselle the queen of the show. Queen Giselle meets Candace's beautiful bonus daughter Naya, and Candace takes her all around the house, and give her tour of the property and everything. And let me tell you something. I kind of like Candace in this new role that she is as a bonus mom. I think it shows that she's growing and she's been mature. She's not being the I wouldn't call her a little girl, but she's not been the naive teenager or something like that, something on the lines like that anymore. She's really growing up to growing into the woman that she's becoming. And I like this new style of Candace Diller Bassett. I think she is awesome. And they do the tour, then they sit down, and then Chris comes out of nowhere, and Giselle asks Chris, could he like whip them up some snack or whatever, and he goes in the kitchen to get them a fruit plate. They sit down. Candace and Giselle starts talking about you know different things, life, whatever's going on and everything. And they get to talking about Jamal, and they got to talking about Chris, and then they get to talking about Jamal. And let me tell you something, Giselle, Jamal, you deserve so much better than that. You deserve so much better than Jamal Bryant. You do. You're beautiful. You're educated. You're strong. You're classy. You deserve so much better than him. And I'm with your dad. I'm like, Mr. Graves, you were right when you said that your daughter deserves better, because she does. Any fool can see that she deserves better than Jamal Bryant. Anyway, they get to talking about Karen. Oh my gosh, Candace, I don't blame either one of those two for talking about Karen. Karen is nobody's friend. She's not friend material at all. She is nasty. She is shady. She's very classless. She has no couth. Uh, she goes where the money goes. That's why last season she sided with Monique. Monique had the most money, the most power, the most everything of all of them. So Karen was going where the bag was where the bag was at. She was not going to take Candace's side. Candace, her mom and her stepfather has money. but Candace don't have that kind of money. And Chris, Candace's husband, Chris, really don't have that kind of money. So of course Karen was not gonna pick Candace over Monique. And because of the money. Anyway, back to here. I don't blame Giselle and Candace at all for dragging Karen all the way down to the ground because she deserves it. You don't sit there and side with a violent person. You don't. That's not becoming. That's not classy. That's not even godlike. You are the worst cast member. People want to rag on Ashley. I don't like Ashley either, but people want to rag on Ashley. But Karen Huger is the worst cast member of the cast. I hate it every year they keep bringing her back. Why do you keep bringing this monster back? She's a monster to me. Anyway, they got to talking about Karen, and Giselle says she has dirt on Karen too, and Karen better watch her step. And I'm with Giselle all the way because Karen, she on that reunion, she showed her true colors. Even though you don't like you don't like Giselle, they don't give you a right to bring Giselle's daughter's father, even though he's a dog. We all know that. You don't bring him, their father down on national TV. Her daughters were probably looking at the reunion and just looking at the entire situation. You don't have no care about those girls' feelings, none whatsoever. Your thing was to beef up Monique and try to take out Giselle. That was your whole mission of last year in the reunion was to try to take down Giselle and sit there and side with Monique violent ass. So I don't get it. But anyway, back to here. They get to talking about everything, and then we go after we leave Candace's and Giselle's whatever situation. We go to let me see. We go to see Rob. I'm not going to do this chronologically. I'm just going to say things that I remember. We go to Robin and Juan. Now I like Robin and Juan. The reason why I like Robin and Juan is because even though they have been through some ups and downs, they still managed to stay together and still try to hang out. Try to tough it out for their boys. They got two young boys, and they trying to make this family work. And Robin has said on her and Giselle's podcast that this the corona, the pandemic has taken a lot out of her and took a toll on her, and has brought on some severe depression. So she's not motivated to get out of bed yet. She's not motivated to do her normal Robin routine or whatever. And Juan and her, they went to this restaurant and they got on masks because the Rona, and they sit down and they eat and everything. And they were talking about their future and what they see and whatever. And they showed Robin and Juan's new house that they're building. I like it. I like the style. And I think it's going to be very beautiful once it's all built and decorated and everything like that. And she gets to talking about, Ron gets to talking about, he wants, another child. He wants a little girl. They got two boys, mind you. So he would like to have a little girl. And he's going to say he would like to have two girls with her. And I like their back and forth banter. I like their chemistry. It's just something about them that I like. I like the Dixons and everything. And then we go into Ray and Karen's boring mess. Oh my God, I dread every time the camera goes their direction. I'm like, oh my God, why we have to suffer through this? Karen gets to talking about how she's done with Giselle. Hey, Karen, if anybody should be done with anybody, it should be Giselle should be done with you. Who do you think you are? I hated that they brought you back this season. You should have been going with Monique. For real. For real, though. You bring nothing to the show. You have no substance at all. Nothing but drama, jealousy, and hatred. You're jealous because you're not as beautiful as Giselle. You would never be as beautiful as Giselle. Give it up. Accept it. So whatever. Anyway, they get to talking about this little vow renewal or whatever, and she gets to talking about she want to cut a piece out of her wedding dress to sew into her daughter Raven's wedding dress if and when Raven gets married and everything. But Ray's talking about he's optimistic that Giselle and Karen will come back together and be friends. I'm like, Ray, your wife is not perfect. She's far from it. She's the worst member on the show, the worst cast member on the show. And I'm like, dude, just hang it up, leave it alone. It's not worth nobody's time. Giselle shouldn't even want to be her friend. She's nasty. That woman is evil and nasty. You see the little mole on her face? She looks like Cruella Deville to me. You know Cruella Deville, the most evil Disney character ever. And them Dalmatians. I'm just waiting for Karen to get a fleet of Dalmatians to follow her around. I am. I really am. I'm sick of Karen Huger. Anyway, back to them. They were, boring or whatever. And she they get to talking about their vow renewal. They get to talking about Giselle. They get to talk about Raven and stuff like that. And my thing is, we didn't need all that space of time to with their boring behinds. I'd rather you to expend it on Robin's scene with Juan, or Candace and Giselle's scene. That you could have even expended on Wendy and Eddie's scene. You don't have to spend all that time with Ray and Karen. They're boring. Next, move on. Anyway, we get to see boring Karen and a hot newbie Mia Thornton. And I'm gonna say right now, when Mia breaks away from Karen, that's when she will have she has my support because I'm trying to welcome newbies and stuff like that. But when she breaks away from that demon Karen and starts to side with, be friends with other housewives, that's when she's gonna get my full backing and support. I like Mia. I think Mia, she's very, she looks beautiful. She's a very beautiful woman. She's intelligent. She's an entrepreneur. She's a wife, a mother, and a bonus grandmother. And as we find out, she's married to a much older man. And I've seen his pictures. He's very handsome. She has 3 beautiful kids, and I'm 4 beautiful bonus grandchildren, I guess. And I like Mia, but I'm really gonna like her when she when she breaks away from Karen. Karen is like the demon of the whole entire series, right along with Monique. I'm glad Monique is going too. That Karen can't be going too. But anyway, they get to talking in the car. Karen trying to run down all the housewives to Mia or whatever, put her little spin and her little 2 cents in instead of letting that girl or that woman meet these people and make her form her own opinion of these ladies. She wants to put that little damage or that little poison or something in her head or whatever. And I don't like that at all. Let me get to meet the person first. Let me spend time with the person first before I make my own informed decision on whether I'm going to be friends with this person or not. But as it comes out later on, Giselle, she said that her and Mia have gotten closer, and I like that. Anyway, they get to sitting around, and then Ashley, everybody start to arrive at Wendy's house for Wendy's little dinner or whatever, and they get to sitting around and talk. And Ashley trying to change her shoes. She's like out to here pregnant or whatever, and it's like Ashley, I'm done with Ashley Darby too. I don't have too much to say about that. Ashley, you're gonna still continue to deal with Michael. You're gonna deal with his adultery. You're gonna deal with his shenanigans. It's like, shut up. I don't want to hear about it anymore. You having issues with him. You don't care or whatever, and it's like, on to the next one. But baby Dean has grown up to be a beautiful little boy or whatever, and anyway, next, back to the party. They get to sitting around talking, and then everybody starts to show in one by one. Giselle was first, then Robin, then Ashley, then Demonic Karen, and newbie Mia. They all shows up, and they get to start talking. And then Wendy reveals her new boobs. She has went out and got plastic surgeries done on her body. I guess she had a mommy makeover or whatever. And they get to talking and everything. They get to know Mia, and they get to asking Mia questions, about her life or whatever. Who is she? Where she come from or whatever. And I'm gonna say this now. I think Giselle's gonna give Mia a chance because she doesn't see Mia as a social climber. She doesn't see Mia as this person that wants to be more important than what they think they are. She sees Mia as this, very successful entrepreneur, beautiful woman, smart woman, um, and whatever. I think Giselle's going to give Mia a very chance, and Mia, unlike Demonique, Mia deserves to have a chance, by Giselle and everything. And they get to start talking at the dinner table, and then somebody brought up that Candace was there. It was one of them had asked where's Candace was. Wendy had told them all that Candace, had like a health issue and she was not coming. 10 minutes before the thing started, she told them that she was not coming. And then Robin chimed in and said she doesn't think Candace wants to be there because of Karen. I would have to say, Robin, you're right. I wouldn't be around Karen either if I could help it. If it was not mandated for me to be there, I would not be in her presence at all. I would avoid her like the daggum plague. Bye bye. Anyway, uh, they get to talking and everything, and then next thing you know, uh, Giselle says she can't stand Karen. I can't stand Karen either. I'm with you, Giselle. I don't like her. Never did, never will. Uh, they get to talking about, they go back and forth and trying to do throw jabs between Giselle and Karen. They get to throwing jabs at each other, and Karen went way lower than Giselle ever could. She got to talking about Giselle has a burning vagina, whatever. I don't believe the lies that Karen is saying. Karen is desperate. She's grasping at straws. I don't believe a word that comes out of her trashy mouth. She's disgusting to me. And Karen gets to talking about Giselle's stint at a mental institution because of what Jamal did to her. Now, how low can you go, Karen? I bet you can go way down deep in that dadgum gutter that you reside in. I really do. You have no heart, no kind of nothing. You're just a shell. It's just a block. You're just a block, a blip, block, block, block. You're a non-factor on this show to me, Karen. You really are. The ones that I see are the top guns in this show is Giselle. Giselle is Andy's favorite. She's my favorite. Andy had gave Giselle a secondary job at Bravo. That's the Bravo chat room. The Bravo chat room. And when they do press for the show before every season, Giselle is the one that goes out first. She does all these talk shows, all these little radio shows or whatever. She's the one they send out first. Guess what, Karen? You're the way down the bottom of the totem pole. You way down the bottom. Giselle number one. You know that. You will never be number one. That's Giselle's position. And it's been her position since day one, and you're jealous. You need to take your old behind back to that little fairy tale or whatever, Grand Damish. And I think Grand Damish it sounds like Grand Doodoo. That's what it sounds like to me. You're not the Grand Dame. There's no such a thing as the Grand Dame. And take your butt back there and just shrivel up and die. That's all I got to say. You just, there's nothing special about you, Karen. Andy always chooses Giselle over you, and I will always choose Giselle over you. It is what it is. And but that's all I have to say. They then they said to be continued at the end of the episode. Well, guys, I'm all talked out. This took a lot out of me to say what I have to say. But this season looked like it's going to be lit. And I'm saying right now, I will always write for Giselle Bryant. I will always write for her. I've been writing for her since season one, and I'm going to write for her until the series is over. She's my number one. So it is what it is. And you guys all take care. And God bless you. The next review will be much better. I'm just like this shovel, but it is what it is. I've been, going through things. But the next review will be better and be more orchestrated, and everything will be better in order or whatever. But you guys all take care and have a great day. And just allow love to flourish in your life. Take care. God bless you. Bye bye. Ma.